Hey family, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Deja D, and this is my love journey. So today I am doing a summer solstice chitty chat video. I'm just gonna be talking to you guys a little bit about how life's been. I have made a few changes and everything with the channel, but I haven't had a chance to really check in. So in this video, I will be giving a little bit of information about how I am celebrating my summer solstice personally, a little about what to expect with the opening of this portal in your personal life, and just how I'm navigating this energy within my own personal life as well, where I'm transitioning from and what I'm transitioning into, and just a few practices that I'll be using to help me continue to grow within this journey myself. So if you're interested in knowing anything about what the summer solstice is, then stay tuned to get a little sneak peek about how I'll be moving with this energy and having it work for my highest and greatest good. All right. All right, welcome back, family. Thanks for joining today. The summer solstice was yesterday. Summer solstice was June 21st, 2023. And the summer solstice basically marks the beginning of the summer season. It is literally the time within the year where the days become longer. It's the longest day of the year and the shortest night. And it basically transitions out of the season of spring into the season of summer, where we're going to start having warmer, longer days and shorter nights. So that's just the basic definition of what summer solstice marks. But in a spiritual sense, the way I perceive it to be, and you'll probably see me looking at the viewfinder because I tend to do that even though the camera's here, but I'll try to look at you, try to look at me, try to look at you. So don't let that distract you. But spiritually, what that represents, at least in my life, is a transition between kind of like the more reflective days, the more reflective periods within your life where you're going through the old clutter, the old experiences, the old relationships, and maybe some of the things that you reflected on in the winter seasons, or maybe some of the things that you cleared out or thought you cleared out that came back in the spring, or any weeds that have found their way into your seeds that you planted during the spring. Those days and that energy is now shifting into finally seeing your efforts come to pass. It's, to me, energetically, it's marking a period where it's more sunshine, it's more action, and sometimes the action may be overwhelming at first, sometimes it could be positive. It's not saying good or bad, I don't necessarily believe that it's good or bad, it's just active. And so, especially with the start of everything, it can be a little tough to transition into such an active period. But if you know how to embrace what this period is about, then you'll find yourself in a better space this summer. So that's just a little background about what I'm talking about. Now, I'm just going to share with you guys how my spring has been and what I would like to manifest this summer and the energy that I am shifting into, and just, a little talky talk about just how things have been for me in general. So for those of you who didn't catch my last video, I did say I'm going to be transitioning into some new energy. So if this is not really a talk that you are used to me having, like normally I'm unboxing something or giving like a uplifting word or whatever, this is going to be more like a conversation about my own experience and my journey so far. And my intention is that maybe somebody out there will resonate with my experience and be able to take a piece of my lessons and my wisdom and find your own solutions for your situation. If it's similar or if anything resonates with you, take what you need and what serves you, and everything else just leave, okay? So these past few months have been really tough for me, in a sense where I found myself reinforcing a lot of boundaries. And when I say reinforcing boundaries, I mean, I've literally been in a process of like creating healthier spaces and boundaries within my relationships and within my lifestyle since the holidays last year. So November, around Thanksgiving, up until now, I have been actively working to put in place boundaries for my family relationships, my personal relationship, my friend relationships, and even just my relationship with myself, you know? And so it's one thing to set boundaries with people and like to clear out the energies that aren't in alignment with you, but it's another thing to have to reinforce those boundaries, because obviously, like, when you're in a space where you're prioritizing other people's needs or considering what other people are going through, sometimes you can get into this space of disconnect from your own needs and disconnect from navigating your own flow. Reinforcing boundaries has been something I've been doing a lot. It can be a struggle when you get caught up and people are continuing to kind of press against your boundaries. But ultimately, if you want to see the truth in someone and how much they respect you, their actions will show you that they were benefiting from you not prioritizing yourself. I have found myself showing up, and people sometimes confuse the fact that you can show up for them as you being available to them whenever, however, whatever way that they want. And so I just want to encourage you to know that continue setting your boundaries. Just because someone pushes back doesn't mean that you lower them. You have to reinforce boundaries. They're being set because someone has taken advantage. It's gonna take a few times to get that protection in place. So don't be discouraged or don't feel as though you're not capable of setting the expectation you need. Just know that the people that you're setting expectations with or the experiences that you're putting boundaries in know no bounds. And so of course there's going to be friction. And don't allow anyone to confuse the fact that you are showing up for them as you being available. So I can say this spring has been a lot of me reinforcing the boundaries that I put in place in the winter during that resting period and that resetting period. When you are announcing these things to people, don't be surprised when people take announcements as an invitation to test your boundary, an invitation to take it personal. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with you. So don't get caught up in that, okay? Just continue to reassert yourself, your boundaries, what you need. And ultimately, if people are not able to get with that, then yeah, they could get going, period. My personal energy for this summer solstice is to transition from a space of growth into a space of healing. And when I say that, sometimes when we get caught up in a cycle of growth, it feels like it's a never-ending cycle. And if you are doing the work, then you know that growth brings about growing pains. Yes, growing pains are necessary for growth. However, when you're caught in a cycle of pain, it is hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's exactly what this summer solstice is here to represent. It's the period where the sun is out, it's shining, You know, it is where we collect and harvest the most strength, the most energy. And so I really want to transition from thinking about the lessons and experiences that I'm going through as growing experience, because I feel like it opens me up to experience more pain. Now, not to say that growth is bad, but when I think about healing, it shifts me into a perspective of believing that there's no destination to which I'm trying to reach. Like when you're growing, there's measurement there, right? You're measuring getting from point A to point B, or one size to the next, or whatever goal to the next, right? For me, healing is more about expanding and optimizing and nurturing what you already have. And so it's a mindset shift. My mindset is shifting from a space of, I have these goals that I need to meet, or I need to grow in these ways, or a space of improvement in that sense, into a space of nurturing, into a space of comfort, into a space of care, of sweetness. You know, when I think of healing, I think of the softness of life. I think of the rejuvenation of feeling relieved when you finish the process of healing, right? And while not all the medicines taste good, right? It is a different perspective, and the perspective I am choosing in this season to embrace, because instead of opening myself up to the growing pains that growth has brought me through the past seasons, which I'm grateful for, and maybe in another season would work perfectly for me, but in this season, I am embracing the feeling of healing, because I want to open myself up to the healing planes. The healing planes, not the growing pains, but the healing planes, okay? And to me, that is a more smooth experience. It's a slide. You know, it's like a nice thick slab that you're putting like Vicks over your throat to, you know, help soothe, to soften. And that's the energy I am embracing. Yes, I'm gonna have fun. It's gonna be exciting this summer and all that. But ultimately, I'm moving into a space of softness, of nurturing, of happiness, of joy, you know? And so to me, this shift is in divine timing, because it allows for us to be in a space of abundance, not just abundance of money, but abundance of energy, abundance of love, abundance of resources, abundance of time. Because when we're moving in a space of prioritizing our healing, we're able to celebrate ourselves, to put ourselves first based on how we feel, based on what we need, based on what feels good, not what's expected, not accepting the pains of others or ourselves to hold us back from exciting experiences. So one of my major goals would be to shift my perspective from viewing growth as the goal into viewing healing as my goal. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get into these cards, because I know I've done a lot of talking. Now, I'm planning to do a video on here about why I stopped doing readings for people. That's a story for another day. For the summer solstice, I'm using an oracle deck. If it's not your thing, you're free to click off now. But if you're interested in like the energy of what to expect and where we are moving into, and what the universe is opening up for us, and how we may be blessed by the Most High and embody our own divinity, then let's get into it, okay? Oh, first let me say, I am working with the Starseed Oracle deck. fam. And let me just tell you this, babe. When you are a mirror, you make other people around you uncomfortable because you force them to see their truth. Okay? So understand that it is not you that is the cause of your mistreatment. Please, if you don't get anything else from this, if you're in a space where you're still feeling overwhelmed, mistreated, unappreciated, triggering, know that it doesn't belong to you. Know that how people feel about you is not your business. And know that you are not doing anything wrong. Continue to be you. Don't let anyone take you into a space where you are heading back into your old self. Okay? I think it's important that you continue to move with love and integrity. I think it's important that you realize that those people around you who are treating you the way that their traumas and their fears are forcing them to feel do not deserve to be in your lives. That it's okay to cut people off, even if they are family, even if you have been friends for years, even if you're in a relationship with someone and it doesn't feel like there's any reason why you should leave. If you aren't happy, if you're not feeling safe, if you're not feeling heard or respected, there's no reason that you have to stay. And this season is the perfect energy that will give you the confidence and give you the warmth and understanding that you need to move forward, to take that leap, to move into a space for you, to see what's needed for you. Start bathing. Go outside, babe. Go get in that sun. Use this portal. If you just go outside, that is the answer. Just go outside. Don't matter what you do. Don't matter who you go with, whether you go by yourself, whether you go whatever, with your dog. Go outside. Put the cat on the leash and take a walk in the sun. Be in a space of gratitude, okay? We have 2 cards here. And the card of the past cycle that we have here is lifting the veil. And so this card says questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So when I think of this energy, the vibes that I'm getting is that we have really been in a space in the past season of everything becoming aware to us. And I can personally relate to this because I feel like there are a lot of traits and a lot of habits within people around me and experiences that I have been forced to see. You know, sometimes we think things about people, we see things and we kind of just let them slide, you know? Like, yeah, maybe I don't really know. Things may seem off, but I could just be tripping, right? But this past season has kind of forced us to realize the truth. The truth has been shown in so many ways, okay? And I'm here for it. And the veil's lifting, let's say that, right? Lifting the veils. It has allowed you to shine light in the darkest places of not only the people around you, but also yourself. So bringing to light a lot of shadow aspects that you have either been hiding from, running from, covering up, not wanting to see or embrace, or kind of just sweeping under the rug. And so if you have been in alignment with growth and all the pains that come with that, then you would notice that there are a lot of uncomfortable spaces that have been uncovered. It might be in the realms of your work, it could be in the realms of your relationships, or it could just be in the realms of your mental health, mental fogginess, cloudiness. It's almost like a sense of floating obstacles that just continue to revolve around you. They're not necessarily colliding with you in your space, but they're never leaving your sight. And so The divine is really pushing us into a space of addressing these issues and pushing us into a space where awareness is no longer a choice. You know, you subconsciously have known these things for a lot longer than you probably would believe, but now we are shifting into this space where things are becoming way more conscious. And as we move into the summer solstice, there are plenty of things that you can identify and you probably are thinking of now where people have been mistreating you. Situations have been unbalanced or unfair. And it's kind of like reaching that space where it's like, okay, enough is enough. Like, you know, there's no way I can continue to pretend that I'm not seeing this. No more, you maybe had a mask on about it, or you haven't said anything about it, or you have kind of just been taking it on the chin and just, you know, watching the smoke billow up, but you haven't evacuated, you know? So right now, Spirit is forcing us into a space of realization. And that could bring about some darkness, that could bring about some deep emotions, it could bring about some conflicts with people around you for sure. But just know that the purpose of these revelations being shown to you and these experiences that are feeling a bit conflicting, they are to bring you into alignment with how you should be treated and what is meant for you and what is best for you, okay? So don't ignore that. As we currently enter into this new season, our focus is star bathing, which is perfect for summer solstice. Star bathing and the golden children. And you can always feel free to pause this video if you want to take a closer look at the cards. I didn't necessarily have everything set up with the intention of doing a reading, but as I was meditating and preparing for this video, I felt really called to step out on faith and put myself out there and pull these cards, so that's what I'm gonna do. So for this energy of what we should expect in the summer solstice, look at that beautiful sun. I can't make this, look at this. Just beautiful. It's literally summer solstice portal, okay? This portal is opening up the opportunities for you to sit in the seat of softness, to finally embrace your throne, to be seated and to be crowned. Oh, that is beautiful. I think sometimes it's the people who have the brightest light that tend to be absorbed by those around us who are moving in their shadow, because life moves in balance, right? So of course, if you have a bright light, with bright light comes darkness. Not to say that it can't be within us, but often it's those around us who are triggered and moving within their ego that tend to revolve around light. That's just the way it works. Even our planet, we circle around the sun, and our sun circles around another sun, and that's how the universe tends to work, right? So if you think about it on a micro level, then imagine yourself as the sun, right? And all of the planets, some lighter, some darker, some, you know, everything is different, but what is revolving around you right now, right? And are you revolving around the sun? In this season, it is our opportunity to realign ourselves to our sun, to reclaim our power within us and sit within ourselves, embodying the fullness of who we are confidently. This period is meant to activate and bring forth so many actions for us that will allow us to move within alignment to ourselves. But anything that we are not in alignment with is not going to flow fully. And so right now we are being guided to really take that moment and sit with our inner child, with our true self, our higher selves, and even our lower selves, our shadow side, and really connect with what it is that we need. Now, if you've already been on track, you've been doing this since last season before last, maybe a few years. Now's the time to act. And a lot of the times people will say it's never too late, but if you aren't acting in the right moment, you miss opportunity. And this is the opportunity to really walk through that door of change, to be the light that you are meant to be, and to remember what it is that you like, what it is that you're good at, what it is that you're here for, reconnecting to your purpose, reconnecting to the people who actually are in alignment with you and in alignment with your path. And so for me personally, I can say this applies to me because I've really found myself, just to be quite honest, losing friendships, relationships. There are a lot of people that I love dearly, people that I've been connected with for years, and family members, and, you know, aspects of my life that I have been forced to see the truth in. The veil has been lifted. And so in those spaces for me, it's been really painful. It's been a serious awakening. And awakening's not always fun and soft and sweet and exciting. Like, sometimes it's a journey, a serious journey, and it can be quite lonely. And so in the midst of this, it has definitely pushed me to see who and what is in alignment with me. But the only way you can do that is by knowing who and what you are. What are your gifts? What are you looking for? And for me, it's softness, it's comfort, it's love, it's excitement, it's joy, it's ease, effortlessness. That is what I want. And anything and anybody that's not bringing that to the table, I can't engage. I cannot engage. And it's not always as easy as being able to move, to get away from people, to change jobs, to change your housing situation. But you do have the choice to disengage. You do have the choice to go back into yourself, to go back into nature, to go back into the things that you love and enjoy, and to use this portal to strengthen your confidence and your courage to do that. So this is your time to shine. This is your time to connect with other people who are shining, doing things on your own, going out and sitting in the sun, going to the park, going to the beach. It's okay to go by yourself. Everything that you would do with those friends that you always do everything with, everything that you would do with your partner, you can do by yourself. And yes, it's scary if you're not used to doing it, but I push you to open yourself up to new experience, because the divine, the Most High, is waiting there for you. The universe has so much that it's ready to pour into you if you just sit under the sun and sit with your thoughts and play and heal yourself with the light and the warmth and the comfort that this summer has to offer, in whatever way that aligns with you. Walk through that door, okay? Whether you do it alone or whether you do it with your high vibrational buddy. But be careful, because you might think somebody is high vibrational, but you haven't been paying attention to the signs to realize that in actuality, you're not in alignment, okay? All right, so what is the purpose, the destination of where this season will take us? The blue flame. Love this card. This is all about activation, awakening. This is about upgrading. Upgrade, level up, okay? Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration. Okay, all of that. Yet again, portals. If you look at everything here, we are exiting from one space and moving into another. And in each space that we're moving into, there is more light. Okay? More light. We are in the power sun right now, okay? And pulling out your highest self and putting yourself in the highest experiences will bring about the highest levels of abundance if you use this energy. Make yourself a routine and stick to it, whether it's a beauty ritual. Get up, get outside, get some air, reconnect, you know? Those are the things that this summer are going to bring to you if you use this energy in that way to strengthen what you desire, what your gifts are, what you need to thrive. You will absolutely have it. There's no way that it will not manifest for you. So yeah, this is definitely about aligning with what is meant for you. This is about reclaiming your throne, reclaiming your time, reclaiming your energy, reclaiming your respect, you know? And it doesn't always have to be a falling out. It doesn't always have to be permanent. Sometimes it is temporary. But just realizing you are deserving of warmth, of joy, of being cared for, provided for, of your needs being met, okay? You are capable of creating that if you set the boundaries, if you see the truth in what's going on around you, and you choose to move within that space. And so that to me is giving very much it's giving very much embodying your God form in a sense. It's a huge change. It's evolving. It is confidently standing in your truth, whether you believe it or not. Maybe even faking it till you make it if you need to. But get out there and have fun, okay? So I don't know why I just feel like I just want to pull one more card. As far as, I don't know, it just feels like maybe there's someone here. It's like, yeah, all this sounds fun. It sounds good. But like right now, maybe you haven't done the work. Maybe you haven't done the work. Maybe you're still in a space of shadow. Maybe you're still in a space where you are being attacked, where you're being triggered, where no matter how hard you try, and I feel this, I really do. No matter how hard you try to show up as your highest self, no matter how much grace you give others and understanding, you continue to be met with conflict. And let me just, it did come out like this, Earth. To me, this is all about grounding, learning how to be human in a world, but not of it. Okay, I'm gonna read that for you guys and I'm gonna wrap this up because it's going long. But to me, this is about getting back into you, getting back into yourself, okay? It may feel like everything is going bad right now in this moment, and I get it, I do. Sometimes the best thing you can do is get out of bed. Sometimes the best thing you can do is put food in your stomach, you know? And on those days when those things are hard, I encourage you to make getting outside one of those things that you just force yourself to do, and allow yourself to be poured into, to soak up the rays, to take in the sun, and watch how it heals you, okay? So I'll leave you guys with this, Earth. It says, the challenges for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world, but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. To have their souls fully embody their bodies. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend to lean towards immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their bodies. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul having a human experience means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most star seeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels and the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you are being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth. And you're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present of what life on earth has to offer you. That's beautiful. Yeah. Take a cannonball jump into your life and take the second to sit in the stillness of yourself and figure out how can you make your physical world become a space in which you feel held, energized, loved, safe, soft, powerful. Choose to align yourself with the things that give you that. Okay? So yeah, that's it as far as the pulling a card and how I'm feeling about the summer solstice portal. Some things that I will be doing is definitely protecting my energy, being very careful about who I choose to spend time with and how I choose to spend time in general. I'm kind of torn in between like the space of like wanting to go out and be exciting and have a good time, but also like wanting to get back into just reading and tending to my plants and, you know, go into pole class or whatever else it is that I enjoy doing. And this and that are true. It's okay to have a balance of things. Just make sure the places you go and the people that you go with are in alignment with how you feel so that you feel good after and not drained. Okay? But whatever you do, now is the time to do. Just do something. Sorry. Just do something. Yeah, I think that is a pretty good synopsis, summary of how I'm feeling right now as we start the summer. And I think, last thing I'll leave with you guys, I think it is important also, and I need to get better with this honestly, to clean out your energy, to maintain clean energy. There will be a lot moving around, a lot of invitations, a lot of barbecues, a lot of turn-ups, you know, maybe a lot of visitors in your home or a lot of places you have to visit. Be very cautious and very mindful about clearing out your energy and your aura once you return home. Saging your house, you know, if someone comes over. Drinking a lot of water so that you're cleaning out whatever foods you're choosing to put in your body. Embrace the energy of cleansing, because with action, you can get really dirty. Let's say that. Sweaty, musty, you know? So I'm feeling like it's important to prioritize making sure you wake up. Just take a shower. Just take a shower and sit outside. If that's all you can do in the space that you're in and how you feel, that is more than enough, babe. Trust. That will change a lot for you. Just take a shower, clean yourself, and get outside and get some sun. So yeah, okay. That's really it. So yeah, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Just wanted to check in. I have a long list of videos that I'll be doing. I can't wait to get back into a good flow. Please continue to bear with me as I am working on that. But there are so many things that I have to offer. And as I've cleared my plate and I've set my boundaries and I've graduated and I've, kind of finished things up, I'm super excited to move forward with you guys. So thank you for continuing on with this journey. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying here. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.